What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about what you get when you bump up in price points for reels for steelhead or for other Great Lakes game fish, and what you might expect to see with the different class reels. Alright, so you're starting steelhead fishing and on the fly, and you notice that there are a wide variety of price points between certain reels that you can actually go and fish for steelhead on. So, when it comes to fly fishing, looks can be deceiving. Flashy does not mean quality, but also at the same time, classic and flashy it just varies so drastically. So I want to kind of break some myths and also talk to you about the different price points. So what I have here for you is a reel that you can find from, it's an unbranded reel that just so happens to be an 8-weight, and it's a CNC'd 8-weight reel with a drag system on it that you can find on Amazon, on eBay, on what have you. I can tell you that this reel probably is about 80 bucks, and you'd think, well, $80 reel, I've seen reels for $500. They can't be quite as good. Yes and no. When it comes to sealed drag reels, most of the time you are paying for the drag system, not so much the machining. This reel is totally capable, and in fact it has, held up on salmon and on steelhead, and has landed many fish. So why should you worry about buying this reel? Well, occasionally when you go with large unstamped or unbranded manufacturers, you run the risk of QC issues. But if you buy it from a reputable dealer, like Amazon, or if you buy it from, some of the smaller fly fishing companies that will rebrand, for example, Taylor, they rebrand, and some of the other smaller companies, they will take care of you if something goes wrong, right? So you might pay a little more to go with one of these companies compared to direct from the manufacturer, like you would on eBay, for example, or Max Catch or something, and they'll take care of you. Now you go from that to something like a Qualify Maverick, which can, there are reels in its class from 115, we'll say, to 200. This happens to be $180, very unique reel. What do you get? Well, Qualify offers a warranty and great customer service, CNC machining, and oftentimes you typically get better QC at this range. Most of the time, most manufacturers are still importing at this price point. However, you're getting great tolerances. You can get great tolerances in this too. You're probably guaranteed tolerances, but again, you're really paying for the mindfulness that the manufacturer has towards their customer base, and you're getting consistency. And what you might find in the drag systems between the two is they might have the same amount of drag, but the initial startup inertia that is required to start the reels spinning is going to be significantly smoother in the slightly more expensive ones. Now, that doesn't mean that some companies will take the same reel and for $80 you can find it on Amazon, hypothetically, and mark it up to $120 or $160 with their name on it, and it will be the same exact reel. So be mindful of that. That's why when you find unique branding, or you find unique designs and the company stands by it, and it's kind of like one of their flagship stuff, that's usually where you find a slightly better design, or pride in the design. So then you bump up from the Qualify Maverick to the Qualify Razorback, which again, super unique design, really cool design that helps you when you're fighting fish to quick adjust just with your palm. and when you're fighting, you can adjust with your fingers. But design aside, what do you get that's different? Well, again, the higher you climb in the price points, you get slightly nicer goodies like grips, pouches, and oftentimes, customer get satisfaction. But also, you're getting unique designs, or you're getting patents, or you're getting, if you jump from manufacturer to manufacturer, it depends. The price points in which you start to hit like the 400s or so, or 300 to 400 is where you're going to start to see more USA-made parts, especially when you go, for example, from the Razorback to the Carbon Tech, where you're getting more expensive parts, you're getting super tight tolerances, you're getting a heavier gauge CNC aluminum, or you're getting a CNC heavier gauge parts, you're getting tighter drags where like you can start to fight fish in the salt, or some of these super big game fish. Basically, as you go up in price, your opportunity for QC challenges goes down, but also typically, this goes for everything, the more you spend, the more the company's willing to bend over backwards to make sure that you're satisfied. I can't tell you how many times I've purchased something, not from this company, but from other companies, and because it was a cheap product, it took longer to get that information, or get the warranty coverage back. Whereas if I were to spend more money, which I've had friends do, or I've spent more money with other companies, and bingo, right away I get that warranty claim back. So, just goes to show that it's not always what you get what you pay for. It's more so you're treated like you get more like you pay for. Because truthfully, I know in this industry that quite a few companies produce something out of the same exact manufacturing plant, stamp their name on it, and then charge their markup. It's the same exact reel. So just be aware that you don't need a whole bunch of money to get started, but treat yourself if you're able to, and you probably won't be disappointed. And for example, you might buy something that you can then hand down to somebody, or have better resale value for, because who knows if we never know how long we have, right? And so I know that if I have these nicer pieces, I can then sell them for a higher quality, or for a higher return on investment, or my kids could, if need be, if anything were to happen to me, for example. So, yeah. Hopefully this video was informative. If it was, give it a thumbs up. If you want some awesome Steelhead apparel, awesome designs linked down below. I know there's probably a card over here too for Fly Life Lifestyle Apparel. It is my personal brand that I put my heart and soul into the designs for. So if you're into Steelhead gear, or you want to showcase your passion for any fish that you fly fish for, I guarantee you there's something that you can showcase your passion for fly fishing with, and that's going to suit every angler who loves chasing fish on the fly. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check out the other videos in the playlist, and until next time, guys, catch you guys on the flip side and tight lines.